What's up, guys? Who we got? I got Leandre. Leandre only. Anyway, I'll get some people sometime. I know we have some vacationers coming up here soon because the second week in August is always huge vacation week. What's going on, Blake? How you doing, man? Anyways, well, before we start, I can just tell you guys. I forgot to mention something. Let me think. What was it? Oh, about Roy Jones Jr. I totally forgot. This is like the coolest thing about him. I sent it to Blake, but I guess you can hear it too. When he boxed, he sometimes put his hands behind his back and would dodge punches and then take it out and then hit the guy. It was like crazy. But so that guy is going to face Mike Tyson, and that's on September 12th. I was watching some more promos about that too, and I'm pretty excited about that. But I think everyone aspires to have that kind of greatness. Everyone wants to be great. So, what's up, Cameron? And everyone wants to be great, and no one wants to be mediocre, of course, right? But what I want to tell you guys is, don't ever let the realization of your ceiling dictate how hard you go. Like once you figure out, oh, I can only be this great, don't stop working hard. All right? Because if you can only be this great, which is like let's say D2, and you find out right here, then you don't want to stop working because then all of a sudden you'll only reach this high. All right. Once you find out how far that you can go, you want to go faster and harder. And maybe you can push this to a little bit higher. And if you can go a little bit higher than where you were meant to go, that means an enormous thing. All right. So again, this is why people in our program, this is the main reason that people in our program quit, because we are by far the hardest working program, right? Obviously. Um, but when people get to become like eighth graders, ninth graders, 10th graders, they go, wait a minute, I can't make UCLA. I can only maybe make D2. And I don't want to work that hard to make D2. Or they say, I can't make the pros. So I don't want to work that hard to make the pros. I assure you, if you guys can work that hard just to make the eighth grade team, just to make the ninth grade team, and you're whatever level that you're going to be on and you want to work your hardest, then you are a special human being, and that work will catapult itself to other spots in your life. All right. However, you were supposed to finish. All right. So make sure that you guys are working your hardest. And I put it online. If you guys saw the video, let me know. I put Elliot's Hustle online. All right. Anyone who watched Elliot's video yesterday, let me know. And if you did not, right after this, watch his video. Okay. It's on our YouTube page, and it's Elliot's Hustle compared to everyone else's. And I was watching him the whole time. He was running that hard the entire hour. And I just got word that he, an hour before that, he had soccer practice as well. You did see it. Okay. So he went from an hour of soccer to an hour of basketball and still went that hard. So I know you guys want to be great like Michael Jordan, great like Steph Curry. And I always talk about that as like, to pump you guys up. But um, maybe I'm selling it too much. You don't need to work as hard as Kobe Bryant. You don't need to work as hard as Michael Jordan. You don't. You just need to work as hard as you can work, and you need to work as hard as Elliot. All right, work as hard as Elliot. I mean, see anyone special? Is he like the next Shaq or anything? I wouldn't say so. Okay, but you can work as hard as Elliot. If Elliot can do it, you can do it. Basically, and all he's doing is just exhausting himself every single moment. All right, so if you sometimes think that, well, since the NBA is off for me, that means that that level of effort is off for me as well. All right, that's not true. All right, just because you can't give, I guess, a Kobe Bryant finish doesn't mean that you can't give a Kobe Bryant effort, which is equal to an Elliott effort. All right, that's all it is. All right, and if he can do it, you can do it. That's all that it is. All right. Anyways, the quote of the day is, "Chance favors the prepared mind." All right. Basically, it's saying that if you prepare and you start thinking about stuff beforehand, you're going to be luckier in life. All right. And I was looking through tools. It's actually I think it might have been the Mamba Mentality book that Kobe Bryant wrote. And also from watching videos of Michael Jordan when I was growing up. They did all these things in their mind that psychologists talk about, and like one of them is visualizing your success. And I was like, wait, you mean that thing that I do when I'm just sitting there and I like think about the entire game, every single play? I was doing that. It's just random. But I guess some kids don't do that. All right. So a lot of people will say you have to visualize, and people will be like, what do you mean? And they'll say, well, you have to think about every single play of the game so that when it happens, it's already happened to you before. And it's like you've played two games. So now you can react to things a lot faster. And they had all these other little things that they just happened to do when they were growing up. And I never knew them when I was growing up, but they were things that I did as well. And I was like, whoa, I did that too. And I see kids like you guys maybe not doing those things beforehand. All right. So it's either like a big game of luck, or it's like what you were taught by your parents, possibly. All right. And or it's what you've like learned through programs like my own. All right. So things like visualizing are important because that's preparing your mind for what's at stake. And once you prepare your mind, you're going to be that much faster. I've already thought about what if the guy comes to my hand and I go behind my back. I've already thought about that. So when it happens and you're not looking and you all of a sudden see the guy at the side of your eye, your body just reacts because it had just imagined that the night before. All right. And someone can call that luck. All right. Someone can call it luck when you go up and you get turned around and then you flick the ball toward the basket. But if you have practiced that shot, that crazy shot, behind your back like 1,000 times, it's kind of easy for you. And I would legit practice that shot. Any kind of crazy shot, I had so much fun throwing it up. I would try to turn backwards in the air, flick it with my right hand, with my left hand. And when it comes down to the games, people say that I'm extremely lucky. Well, I want to say it's not really luck if I prepared for it. It might look like luck because you can't do it, but I prepare for those lucky moments by constantly thinking of it. So again, the quote of the day is chance favors the prepared mind. All right, I'm gonna go over the motivational quote of the day. We'll talk about that still. Yeah, screw it. All right, I will talk about the motivational story right now. It says, if you accept the expectations of others, especially negative ones, then you never will change the outcome. Deny their negativity, work your hardest in spite of their words, and have that negativity actually become the reason you wildly succeed. All right. So basically, if people talk crap about you, don't worry about it. Put it out of your mind. All right. And never accept that outcome. People talk negative about you. And what's more is you should work your hardest and take what they said and use it as fuel to your fire so that you can get even better because of it. So when someone tells you, hey, you can't make the NBA, you look at them and go out and work twice as hard as whatever you did before. All right. Most people, if you tell them, hey, you can't make the NBA, and whatever hours they worked out, they're not going to work out half those hours. They're going to be like demoralized, or maybe they'll work the same. Who knows? But if you tell a special human being, hey, you can't do this, they're going to look at you like, what deal? And they will work twice as hard. And then all of a sudden, like years later, after they work twice as hard for ongoing years, they actually make the NBA. They're going to come up to you and say, thank you. I wouldn't have made it without you telling me that I couldn't. All right. So what kind of person are you? Right? Are you the person that needs the positive because you won't always get it? Are you the person that gets hurt by the negative? Because you're going to get that. I assure you, we all get negative in our lives. Are you the person that will handle the negative? Or lastly, are you the person that will take the negative and turn it into a positive and even more energy that you'll ever get? So waiting on the positive, take any negative that you've ever heard and spin it. All right. That's why Michael Jordan was so great. He spun everything into a negative, and then he used that as fuel. People would just say hi, and he'd be like, "What did you say to me?" And they'd be like, "What?" And he would just make it into a huge thing, and like say he's like mad at the guy and wants to kick his butt and like wants to work out extra hard just because of that guy. Use anything that you need as fuel. But if all you're doing is going lower and lower, then that's not good. Some people even take the positive, and they will work out less. So when someone told me, it was Chauncey Billups. He played in the NBA. He told me in 8th grade, he said, hey, you're going to make the NBA easy. I tried to not listen to him. I was like, no, don't tell me that, because now I know I'm going to work less hard. And I tried to not listen to him, but I'm sure it got somewhere in my head that the NBA was possible. And I didn't need to hear that. I, I began to pretend like he didn't say it. I thought the entire time, no, it's not true. But I think it did slow me down. I wish he had told me you can only make the NBA if you work this many hours a day, or you, or even tell me you have no chance to make the NBA. I would have been like, I'm going to prove you wrong. I love proving people wrong. So I don't blame him, but I'm just saying, like, I try not to ever do that to any kids. I try to shoot it to them truthfully, but also throw a little negative on there so that I can push them a little bit harder. And I do get crap from the parents about that. They're like, "Oh, my Billy needs to hear is positive." And I'm like, "Really, really? Nah. Positive is how you keep customers. Positive is how you make money. Positive is not how you build kids strong enough to make the NBA from nowhere. There's not that much positivity in the world. You need to be pushed beyond your comfort zone. And when you are pushed beyond your comfort zone and you're uncomfortable, people like to say that that's a negative thing. So discomfort equals negative somehow. Discomfort is the most positive thing that you can ever have. Being frustrated is positive. Being hurt is positive. Being uncomfortable is positive. It's all positive. When you're comfortable, when you're not hurt, when you're not pushed beyond your comfort zone, that's negative, because you're only going to be able to work so much harder because of that. You're going to be in a comfort zone. And I know when I'm comfortable, what I want to do, I want to sleep. I want to hang out. I want to rest on my laurels. I want to sit around and just look at my trophies all day when I'm comfortable. When I'm uncomfortable, that's when I'm sweating, I'm hungry, I'm dying, I'm killing myself. I heard a quote yesterday. Man, what was it? I can't think when I'm talking right now, but maybe I'll get back to that one later. Let's start with the elementary drills. We have, if you have any questions about the drills, let me know, please. Any things that you're confused about, if you guys have the Limitless Hoops book, pull it out and check it out for the day, which you have to do. Whether it be the movie to watch for the month, whether it be the challenges for the day, the monthly homework, or one of the 5 or one of the 6 drills. All right. For elementary, it's reverse layups, baseline out of bounds for shots, loose balls, press break walkthrough, 4 to 9 seconds, down by 3 with free throws, and 5-on-5 full court game. So this is our practice day. The one that I want to talk about is reverse layups. All right. For reverse layups, again, most kids do it wrong, and that's why I could block so many shots. You want to go in for a reverse layup with the outside hand dribbling, obviously. So if you're going down the right side, dribble with the right hand. Going down the left side, dribble with the left hand. And your last step should be with the same foot if you're going in for a reverse layup. All right, so you dribble and then hit and step. And then you need the ball in 2 hands. You need to control the ball on the outside of your body away from the defense, so toward the baseline. And you need to go underneath the block so that you can have as much room to look out at the court as possible. You don't want to go straight in where you have no angles to pass. All right, because you should be thinking pass. You should be thinking score. You should be thinking everything. All right. So you take the last dribble like this with this leg going down and this hand going down, then hide the ball and take 1, 2 steps. Then you jump off of this leg and you want to throw the ball up on with the opposite hand on the other side of the hoop while spinning it. And you want to shoot from a position that is slightly before the basket so you can reach to the other side. Because even if they figure out that you're going with the reverse layup and they jump to that side, you can then fake that and shoot on the strong side instead. So you want to leave your options open to be able to shoot on either side of the basket and turn your body in such a way where you're perpendicular to the baseline. What that means is this: if this is the baseline, this is perpendicular. All right. So if this is the baseline, you're facing that way. You're not turned like this. All right. You're facing this way so that your shoulder is on the baseline side and this shoulder is pointing to half court. All right. So that you can score on either side and pass it out to everyone. And during those last 2 steps, you go 1 and then 2, 3. You can pass the ball, you can do everything, and then your slowly will become unguardable. All right. That was elementary school reverse layups. Next one. Let's go with the middle school. Middle school. All right. It's Buffalo layup drills, which again I hate that drill, but it's good for you guys. Calling out names, and passing the ball. Points in the pot. We talked about that last week. Defense on dribble handoffs, contest shots, 0 to 3 seconds, down by 3 with free throws, and Olympic drill. I want to talk about contest shots. All right. Only because it really came in handy when we were in OKC and Atlanta. But we also messed up on this as well. All right. Zach got a few fouls by going down. You don't want to swing down. Basically, you want to dare the offense to make the shot. But not just any shot. You want to dare the offense to make a shot over your hand or with the opposite hand of that than they originally wanted to shoot the ball. So we want to contest shots by one, closing out on our man close enough so that we are an arm's length away so that we can put our hand in their face when they shoot the ball. You don't want to be too far away. So you have to make sure that you get through screens to do that. You have to make sure that you close out fast enough. You have to make sure that you're in position every single second of the play, just in case they do pass the ball to your man, with still being in help side, of course. And then secondly, when they get away from you, you want to pursue them. You don't want to just give up on the play. You want to keep following them so that you can at least get some kind of hand in their face so that you're bothering them somewhat. And you don't want to go like this. You want to go straight up with it so that you never foul them. You don't need to foul anyone. All right? All you have to do is make their shot go down a percentage. You don't need to block anyone's shot either. All right? Just have your hand there, and that's good enough. And then on fast breaks, as they're dribbling in, you want to make them change direction with the spin, with behind the back, with something other than just going in for a layup. So you go beyond them. You can't just catch up to them and stay even and let them shoot a hard shot. You must go beyond them and make them shoot a change of direction shot with the opposite hand. Even if they're going with the left hand, make them go with the right hand. You make them change direction. That will give the defense some time to come back, your fellow defenders. That will also make it really complicated for them. And just like you guys found out during our spin move series, during our diagonal pro hop layups, changing directions is very hard to score on nobody, let alone with someone there. And once you make them change directions, you get chest up to them and you make the shot hard. Lastly, when you're playing someone in the post and they have the ball and they go in for like a hook shot or whatever, you don't want to jump. All right, you save jumping and blocking. There is a way to jump and block for the help side defense. That person come over and smack it to the 18th row, but you have to stay down. You don't want to jump because then they can up and under you, get a foul and things like that. Your job is just to stay in front of them, make them shoot over you. And if they hit that shot, they hit the shot. If they hit the shot too much, it's on the other people on your team to come down and help. It's not your fault. Your job is just to be a wall in between them and the basket. All right. So contest shots, you don't need to block shots. Contest shots to lower their percentage from 40% to 20%. Just contest their shots. All right. Next thing is high school. We have star passing, post catch quick finish, 3-on-3 defensive positioning, press break reverse repeat, 49 seconds down by 3 with free throws, and full court dead ball, and then bigs versus guards. Which one do I want to talk about? Let's go with the bigs versus guards. I like that one a lot. The bigs versus guards is when we make all of our big guys on one team and all of our guards on the other team. And then we have them play. And we want them to play so that the big men are being harassed by the smaller guys trying to dribble so that they can improve. And we want the smaller guys to be banging against the big guys for rebounds so that they can improve. We also do it so everyone can find out their strengths. All right. And we do this mostly because I was a big guy who was a guard and I sometimes didn't get a chance. And I hated that crap. All right. So we like to give some big guys a chance to dribble the ball down the court because maybe they actually might be a guard. All right. Let's do this. All right. So they would need to figure out what they can do to defeat these big guys. Or they need to figure out what they can do to defeat the small guys. All right. What would happen if I played forward? What would happen if I played forward? If I played forward, I used to play every position. So I really like to. I hated when my game was predicated by someone else. So basically, if you were a coach that made me play big man, I didn't want that to just ruin my life. So I got really good at being a big man. Oh, I mean, in the drill. Oh, if you were an in between guy, we would just split it as the bigs against the smallest. Sometimes you'll be on the one team, sometimes you'll be on the other team. All right. So I don't know. It depends on who was on your team. If you went with the high school, then you would be on the small person team. If you were with the elementary, you would be on with the big person. Just our biggest five against our smallest five. But what I was going to say is that, again, I didn't let anyone pigeonhole me into one thing or another, because I think you guys should be able to play with a bad coach, play with a good coach, play with frustration, play with non-frustration, and no matter what position that they put you at, you should still find a way to be comfortable. So with this drill, if you are a small guy who has to play big, do it, because that's just extra playing time. If you're a small guy who can guard a big, guess what? On the other end, he has to guard you. And for the guards, I want them to realize being small is not a disadvantage in basketball all the time. Once that guy gets the ball on the full court and he's dribbling, you have all the advantage. The further away you are from the basket, you have the advantage. And if you're big, I want you to realize, wait a minute, let's just take our time and get ourselves close to the basket, so where we have the advantage, and then go for the rebound. All right. So I want you guys to figure out where your advantages are, rather than always assume that you are always disadvantaged. So that's why we play that game. All right. I'm going to talk about the movies again. You can't believe how important those are. I mean, I can't tell you how important those are. And I was thinking, if I ever had a new program, or maybe with this one, who knows, with kids who are really interested in it, I would ask a movie theater to show these movies for us once a month. And then we could all go as a team to the movies. But again, I'm not sure how many people in our program would want to do that. If you would want to do that, let me know. Because again, you guys are struggling. You would have to pay for the movie, of course, and the popcorn and everything else. But would you guys be interested in going to see these movies? Because again, I want to find kids who are like obsessed about the game, and want to be better. And I don't care whether you're a bottom level player, top level player. You would be interested, Cameron? All right. Well, for right now, we don't have that. But you do have YouTube, and YouTube has basically every movie. It only costs $3, all right? And let me see, Cameron, what is your movie for this month? It was Days of Thunder last month. And I don't think that you watched Days of Thunder, even though your mom, no, maybe your dad loved that movie growing up. Ask him. Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise. But the movie for this month, let's see what it is. Oh my God, it's Friday Night Lights. That's an amazing movie. Watch that movie, seventh graders. Again, Friday Night Lights is an awesome movie. All right. For the first graders, it's Little Giants. I can't say the same for that one. I haven't seen it. I need to watch that one. Second grade is Hoosiers. Third grade is Karate Kid, the new version with Jaden Smith. Fourth is Rocky, the original. And I believe that fourth graders are starting the Rocky series. You might watch your movie. You might. Okay, hey, if you need me to send you $3, I'll send you $3, Cameron. Dude, watch the movie, man. We're in quarantine. You have nothing to do, man. All right. Anyway, it's a really good movie, though. Happy Gilmore is fifth grade. You should do Vinsanity, which Vince is in. No, we're not watching whatever movie that you want to watch. We're watching these movies. They're the best of all time movies. Now, you can watch other movies, of course, but again, watch these movies. Trust me, if you watch them, it'll teach you all that you need to know about like life and sports and like trying hard. I promise you. You mean the Carter effect? Possibly, yes. All right, bye, Blake Bastani. Oh no, you're saying bye to someone else, DeAndre? Okay. I watch mine for every month. Okay, Blake watches says I like it. Now, if you want to post video reviews, I'll give you homework credit for that too. All right. If you post a video review of the movie that you watch, you get homework credit for that. For fifth grade, it's Happy Gilmore. Like I said, it's a hilarious movie. What's up, Gavin? And then sixth grade is Necessary Roughness. Seventh grade is Friday Night Lights. Eighth grade is Major League. That's a hilarious movie as well. Ninth grade is The Hustler. I have not seen that. I need to watch that. 10th grade is Murder Ball. Haven't seen that one. 11th grade is The Way Back. I just saw that one. It's pretty good. And then 12th grade is Rush, one of my favorite movies of all time. Again, I can't help more than this. John, do you think that people that are big for their grade should play point guard because they probably will grow up to be a point guard height? I think everyone should play every position and just get really, really good at it. And if you need more practice doing it, get your friends together and play outdoor basketball for 8 hours a day like every other great basketball player. But I know that the era that we live in isn't quite like that. But that's what'll make you great. And yeah, so I do think that some coaches do screw up some kids by saying, "Hey, you're our tallest kid in third grade. You're gonna be a post," even though their parents are like ultra short. Yeah, so they're not a big guy. I don't think anyone should ever play big, to tell you the truth. If you're 7 feet tall, just be a guard. Everyone should play a guard. I wouldn't worry about point guard versus off guard. Just play a guard so that you can get your dribbling skills up, your shooting skills up, and be quick and be whatever, and all those skills translate to a big man if you happen to be a big man later on. So again, everyone should be a guard. Period. What else do I have here? Yep, that's about it for that. Were there any more drills? Let me see. Let's go with the. I like the 4 to 9 seconds down by 3 with free throws. All right, you're all good, Gavin. All right, 4 to 9 seconds down by 3 with free throws, and it's full court. All right, so once, let me think, they make free throws, we're down by 3, and we have the ball in full court with 4 to 9 seconds. I would say we definitely need a 3, right? We definitely need a 3-pointer because we have 4 to 9 seconds with the ball in our hands. All right, and we need to go full court with it. We would need a press break that gave the ball to our best ball handler, and we need to sprint down the court. When we get down the court, we need to spot up for a quick 3. And we don't want a 2-pointer in this position because if we go in for a 2-point shot and we make it, it's going to be down to like 3 seconds left, maybe even 2. That's not enough time. Even if we foul them and they go back down or whatever, we need a 3. We don't want to wait till the last second to shoot a 3 because if we're down by 3 with 9 seconds to go, we would love to shoot around 5 or 4 seconds. So that if we miss it, we can get the rebound and pass it back out for another shot at it. So you want to give yourself the most amount of chances. All right? And the best chance is to give the ball to your best ball handler who's also fast. So with 49 seconds down by 3, having the ball full court off a dead ball, we have to break the press. So when you guys break the press, you can't be standing near the ball. You got to stand on the free throw line and then screen away and then get open like that. If you're standing near the ball, then they can double team you. You're too far away from it. You don't want to cramp everyone together. So that's that. All right. You should try to draw and over the back. That would be tough. Again, the story that I wanted to say, I can't believe that I forgot this story. But if I remember it, I'll tell you. I think it was about, I only have 40 seconds to think of the story. Let me think. Oh, I do remember it. All right. It's a quote that says, when they buried us, they didn't know that we were seeds. And that's talking about like times, like pushing you down on the ground, times like knocking you out, times putting you in a spot where you can no longer thrive. But if they bury you and put you in the ground for dead, you are dead unless you're a seed. And what seeds need, they need to be buried. They need that rain dropped upon them. They need the scorching sun hitting them, and that's what makes them grow. So when someone knocks you down, I think it'd be a badass thing to say. All right, hey, you might bury me, or you might have buried me, but you didn't realize that I was a seed. Anyways, that's all I got. I'll see you guys in about 30 minutes. For my leaders, get there about 5 minutes early so that we can talk about it. And you guys are doing a great job. Best job so far is Gavin by far. I need you guys to speak fast though. Speak fast. Don't say, and now the next drill will be, no, just say like, shuffle, here we go, shuffle, let's go, guys, like that. So let's get faster and more charismatic. I know you got that personality, so show it. All right. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.